All right, all right. Yo, 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 yo. Think we should be live pretty soon. We're back once again. Oh.
It is a beautiful November evening in the southern Nevada desert. And as we look north on the Las Vegas Strip, go up a little bit, take a right on Tropicana, and you're going to be at the Thomas and Mack Center, where tonight the Running Rebels of UNLV take on the Mocs of Chattanooga. Hi, everybody, along with former Running Rebel Curtis Terry. I'm Tim Neverett. Glad you're with us. I get the honor of filling in for my son, Matt Neverett, tonight, who's up in Fort Collins with the Rebel football
Oh,
team.
bro, what?
Join us on the sideline momentarily.
I didn't even I didn't even see any of these messages.
Not what they wanted, not what they had in mind. How does a team rebound from a loss a couple of nights ago and get ready for this one tonight?
You've got to watch that film back and take your lessons from it, but you really got to bounce back. You've got to kind of put that one to the side, but you got to look inward and figure out what you got to do to get a win. It was a disheartening second half from the team. Didn't play their best basketball, but the biggest thing to me was taking care of the ball. They've got to limit those turnovers, maximize their possessions, and put forth a better effort here tonight.
And Rebels head coach Josh Pastner telling me today they have to cut down on the turnovers, and they're looking for some point guard play from guys who aren't natural point guards.
Yeah, and that's always tough. Obviously, Miles Shea was kind of pegged to be that starting point guard for this team before the season. He's still out with the injury, trying to get him back healthy. But right now, it's kind of by committee. If it's going to be Dre Gibbs-Lawhorn, if it's going to be Al Green, if it's going to be Kamani Hamilton, whoever's going to run the show has to take care of the ball, value possession, and try to keep things moving smoothly and maximize those offensive possessions when they have them and not be reckless with that basketball.
And they're taking on a team tonight in the Mocs of Chattanooga who played the Gales of St. Mary's from the West Coast Conference up north in Moraga, California last night. They got in very early this morning, back-to-back games, so it could be a challenge for Chattanooga.
Yeah, and you're talking about a team here that last year won the Southern Conference Championship, had a deep run in the NIT postseason, winning that championship. So this is a team that's got that winning mentality, that pedigree. And so playing that game last night, they're coming off a loss, so they're going to be looking to get back on track as well.
Well, the third member of our crew, Wyatt Tomchek. Wyatt, they did have some travel issues, but they're tired maybe, but the Mocs are here and they're ready to get going.
Yeah, very interesting traveling for Chattanooga. Talking to their SID, they left on Thursday, had to stop in Chicago, then fly to Oakland, bus to St. Mary's, play that game last night. Thankfully for them, it might have saved a couple hours. They did get on a charter plane from Oakland to Las Vegas, got in very late. Then we'll play this game tonight, get on a plane, have a 4.5-hour layover in Dallas, then get back to Chattanooga, back on Sunday at 1 p.m. So it is going to be a long, long couple days. But hey, it's always memorable when you're having a visit here in Las Vegas, right?
That's right, Wyatt. We're counting it down to tip-off here at the Thomas and Mack Center. The Running Rebels of UNLV taking on the Mocs of Chattanooga. The Mocs, the reigning NIT champions from a season ago. So a lot of postseason play for the Mocs, and they're going to take it into this game here tonight. It's the Rebels and the Mocs coming up right here from the Thomas and Mack Center.
Let's see. String cheese. Ooh, soda.
Surprise! You have a brother.
Hi. Whoa. Why didn't you tell me before?
Well, we just got him.
For opening a new account at America First Credit Union.
Which, surprise number 2, you're moving out and living at America First.
Huh?
Get your money working. For a limited time, new members get a cash bonus when they open a checking account.
In the heart of downtown Las Vegas, a sports oasis awaits. Stadium Swim, the ultimate outdoor amphitheater, built for the ultimate sports fan. With a colossal screen, that brings the game closer than ever. Reserve a daybed, private cabana, or lounge in the center of it all. 6 pools to dive into as the game heats up. And the best part, there's never an off-season. Open 365 days a year. Stadium Swim. It's always spectator season.
We're back inside the Thomas and Mack Center, the Jerry and Lois Tarkanian Court. UNLV wearing red tonight. The scarlet and gray as they take on the Mocs of Chattanooga wearing their whites. They played just last night, so they needed to bring a couple of different uniforms on this road trip back to the West Coast.
Well, they're going to have to get some laundry done on the road somewhere. Nonetheless, like Wyatt mentioned, though, it's tough to have to travel, let alone cross-country. And in college, you typically don't play back-to-back unless it's a conference tournament format. So for these guys, knowing that they took one on the chin last night in Moraga, come back here tonight, they're going to try to get a win before they head back home.
Kamani Hamilton.
That's crazy how they doing back-to-backs.
With Latif Diouf. Diouf out of the Netherlands. Hamilton, guy that Josh Pastner said they need to keep him in the game. He ran into foul trouble last time.
And UNLV wins the tip.
Comes up with it for the Rebels, hands it off to Dre Gibbs-Lawhorn. Rebels with the first possession of the basketball game. Gibbs-Lawhorn up top. It's Dembele, and Lodgy misses the first shot of the game. In transition, Teddy Washington Jr. Cusano got it up top to Jordan Friesen. On the high post, it's Diouf. Diouf guarded by Dembele. Diouf. 10 seconds on the timer. He gets the pass down the low block, cut off by Dembele. Good defense so far. This first defensive possession for the Rebels.
Yeah, Pizza, what's up, man? Welcome back.
By Teddy Washington Jr., the grad student guard out of Blytheville, Arkansas. And it's 2-0 Chattanooga. Kicked out far side, shot made by Hamilton, no good. And the rebound to Dembele. Now Hamilton to the bucket.
Oh!
Jam.
And that's the aggressive play that the Rebels missed from Kamani Hamilton in the most of the second half on Tuesday night. When he's on the floor, he's a difference maker.
Well, that's what Josh Pastner's been talking about, because you need that.
Thank you, man.
In the middle.
Yeah, and he can do a lot of different things.
Good steal.
Last game, he fouls out in the 2 exhibitions, combined 10 fouls. So 15 fouls in 3 games isn't much time on the court there for Kamani.
Fleming with a steal, gives to Green. Green outside the 3-point line. Hamilton there as well, guarded by Sean. And a whistle. And a foul underneath. And Sean Cusano guilty of the infraction, his first, team's first. And it'll be a possession foul. UNLV will inbound it under the basket.
Oh, nice.
Fleming going to put it in play. Howie Fleming out of Louisville, Kentucky. Alaji Dembele off to Gibbs-Lawhorn. Trey gives it back up top to Al Green. Green. Gibbs-Lawhorn tries a 3. Rebound tipped out by Hamilton. There's that presence being felt again from Kamani Hamilton. And that one does not get the roll, but a foul. And Gibbs-Lawhorn will be going to the line.
And that's an aggressive take there by Dre Gibbs-Lawhorn. Obviously, he's sliding into that point guard spot with Miles Shea out. When he was at Illinois, he played off ball, was able to attack off the dribble. And for him to be able to get to the basket, that's what they need more of, as opposed to Tuesday night against UT Martin. He was only 2 of 9 from the 3-point line.
18 points total. Lafayette, Indiana, but played at Illinois for 2 seasons. Knocks that one down, 3-2. And we'll have another. And the big thing from the last game, or one of the big things, when you talk to Coach Pastner, is the turnovers. Yeah. 22 of them last game. Not to bring up any bad news, but that is one thing certainly they are looking heavily to count down the other way. A little bit of a defensive switch up here, and the Mocs trying to get around it. Hamilton out of the perimeter. Washington trying to work around him. Now Diouf with it. They switch up. 8 seconds to shoot for Chattanooga. Smith to Diouf. Diouf, dribble handoff, 3-point try. Smith, no good. The rebound taken down by Howie Fleming.
And these are the type of defensive possession Coach Pastner would prefer. Long in the clock, make them work for it, and take a long contested shot.
Green kicks it off to Gibbs-Lawhorn. Back to Green. Rebels working the left side. Hamilton cut off. Now doubled quickly. Outside Green tries a three. That one's long. And the
That's a bad
rebound
possession.
down by Jordan Friesen of Chattanooga, but lost it out of bounds. Back to UNLV. Almost 3 minutes gone by in the first half. Rebels up 4-2. We get a look here.
Yep, we are. That's on YouTube as well.
And again, with Lajay, with his first action as a Rebel, didn't get to play in those exhibitions. So Tuesday night for him to get out there, all these guys are new to each other. They're trying to fill each other out. So adding him in and the minutes that he played, his presence is going to be felt, and he'll just only get more and more comfortable the more time he's on the floor.
Foul is going to be whistled on Latif Juf. His first, team's third. And Hamilton makes the free throw. Kamani Hamilton from Jackson, Mississippi, was at High Point for a couple of seasons.
Lane violation, boy.
Lane violation, and the ball turned over.
And obviously the craze with Kamani is his skill set and everything that he can do on the floor and his experience in the NCAA tournament at High Point. For me, it's the pressure he can take off the other guards. With Miles Shea being out, he's a point forward. He can facilitate. He can create off the bounce. He makes it easier and opens things up for the rest of the team as long as he can be on the court and not in foul trouble.
No problem.
High post juke. Now Washington tries a three. That's good.
Make sure you subscribe to the channel. I appreciate you. Death by Sex.
Jr. Fleming Jr. back up top. It goes to Dre Gibbs Lawhorn. He drives, cut off. Hamilton out front. Right side, Fleming Jr. Hamilton will launch a three. He's got it.
Mark it.
Kamani Hamilton, the 6'8 senior, knocks it down and gives the Rebels an 8-5 lead.
And already making his presence felt. They missed it on Tuesday night in that second half. 6 points early on here for Kamani.
Chattanooga, the NIT champs. They played UC Irvine in the NIT finals last spring.
Never played basketball.
And there's a connection there between Chattanooga, UC Irvine, and UNLV. Friesen can't connect, and the Rebels on the run. Cross court it goes to Gibbs Lawhorn. Up top, Dembele, now to Fleming Jr. Three-pointer by Green, no good. Well, in that connection, CT, is Miles Shea, the injured guard. He started his career at UT Chattanooga, transferred to UC Irvine. He ended up playing against Chattanooga in the NIT final. Now he's transferred to UNLV.
It's a small world, isn't it, out there in the basketball world, especially now with NIL, the transfer portal. And so for Shea, he didn't get a chance to get the win, or he got the win, didn't get the win last year. Doesn't get to play here tonight, but familiar with the opponent.
Hamilton the miss, and Chattanooga in transition. Just about 5 minutes gone by, first half.
Baseball, soccer, football.
Washington off to Friesen. His pass intercepted. And Hamilton's going to be fouled by Teddy Washington Jr., his second. And takes us to our first timeout. Exactly 15 minutes remain in the first half of play. The score, UNLV 8, Chattanooga 5. Running Rebels in front here at the Thomas & Mack.
Credit Union One offers everything you need to get the most out of your accounts every day. With digital banking, you can pay bills online, set up personalized budgeting tools, easily transfer money between accounts, and more. Plus, you can get paid up to 2 days sooner when you set up direct deposit. Get started at cu1.com.
Old Trapper Beefs. One-upping.
I love Old Trapper. I love how tender it is. Don't forget the wood smoke flavor. Savory beef. Quality ingredients. I'm their biggest fan.
Old Trapper. What's your beef?
Gatorade has the #1 proven electrolyte blend, designed to hydrate better than water. Made to rehydrate, replenish, and refuel, so you can lose more sweat and earn a place in history. Gatorade. Is it in you? Peekaboo.
Credit Union One free checking has everything you need to bank on the go. Make deposits and more with our highly rated mobile app. And get your direct deposit up to 2 days sooner with CU1 Early Pay. Open your account in minutes at creditunionone.org.
Look at the UNLV huddle. Better spot right now than they were last time out, but that was last time out. This is this time out. 8-5, up by 3 with 15 minutes to go in half number 1. What'd you see defensively? They did switch up here and there, but what did you see defensively in that first segment of the game?
Just a lot more attention to detail, a lot more focused, committed focus what they're doing, not allowing guys to get to the paint easily. On Tuesday night, they were allowing a lot of dribble penetration, driving kicks to the corners. That opened it up for them to knock down shots, and then the lane parted like the Red Seas. Tonight, they're doing a much better job putting up that resistance. And one thing Coach Pastors talked about is his team being able to switch defensive fronts on the fly. And so we saw a lot of man-to-man, then they come back with the zone. And as long as they're able to make that adjustment defensively, offensively, it's hard to recognize that in transition. So it slows them down and takes them a second to process. But for the Rebels, a much better start defensively.
And Josh told me this morning, he said, we need to close out better. Now, when people hear that, what exactly is he talking about?
So when you want to close out on a shooter, you obviously want to make sure you get out there and contest a shot. Cardinal sin is running and jumping at a shooter. You don't want to foul. The Rebels gave up at least 4 opportunities last game for 3-point free throws attempts. But you want to make sure you close out, you chop your steps, you stay down, raise your hands. Don't lift up because of a shot fake. You're still in a good defensive position.
Fleming hands the ball off to Jacob Benarbi, who's in the game during the timeout, wearing number 10 for UNLV. Benarbi toward the basket. He's around the baseline, throws it up and in, up and under. And a terrific play under Colin Mulholland, who is a game-time decision. Mulholland, the 6'11" post player. They're trying to get him the ball right here. He's got it. They call him Big Maple from Kitchener, Ontario in Canada. Cusano. They whip it around the perimeter. Here's Smith. Smith skips a pass to the left wing. And with it now is Tate Darner. He throws up a shot. That's well wide to the left. Rebels battle for it, and Benarbi comes up with it. Also in the game now, Nas Cunningham, a transfer from Alabama. Offensive foul will be whistled on Jacob Benarbi. That's his first. A turnover for the Rebels. And the first team foul for UNLV.
In those plays right there, when you get a moving screen called on you, it's always putting your big man in a tough position. That is the guard's responsibility to make sure they stop, allow their teammate to get set, anchored down, and then use the screen. You don't want your big man to pick up a foul like that, especially when you're limited up front already.
Freshman Tyron Jones checks in, 6'9". Spent a little time at Liberty High School. To the high post, it goes to Mulholland. Back outside, Friesen. It's cornered for Darner. He hits the three. Rebels lead by 2, 13:44 to go, first half. UNLV trying to move the ball quickly around the perimeter. Gives Lawhorn. Hands off to Jones. Looking for Cunningham, but Jones has to go right. Benarbi down the left side of the lane. A scoop shot good.
Opportunistic play there by JB. Not known for his offensive abilities, but to be able to make that play off the bounce, attack the rim, straight to the hoop.
Ball off the right foot of Tyron Jones. Back to Chattanooga. 6 seconds expiring from the shot clock. So Friesen inbounds to Tate Darner.
I'll tell you right now.
6'4" freshman out of Lakeland, Florida, right in the middle of the state. Now Friesen fires one up for 3. He's got it. Jordan Friesen. 6-foot junior guard out of Memphis.
And all the praise that we just talked about coming out of the timeout in terms of defensively getting out the shooters 2 possessions in a row. The Rebels
UNLV is 0-1 on the year.
Make sure that, again, they recover hands high.
Chattanooga is 1-1.
So that's going to be on Sean Cusano of Chattanooga, the foul, his second. Brennan Watkins is checking in now for Chattanooga as Cusano goes to the bench with 2 quick fouls. And Dan Earl, the 4th-year head coach of the Mocs, has a quick word with him before sending him to the seat. Now a quick spinning move. Hamilton can't get it to go. And with it is Darner for Chattanooga. Mulholland underneath. A good cut by the guard.
Great cut.
Found himself open, and Mulholland has fired it down low. 13-12, Chattanooga in front by a point.
Oh, get big.
Good, it rattled in. And the Rebels back in front 14-13.
Howie Fleming's not known for his post play, but he's going to take that size advantage any chance he can get inside.
Friesen. Rebels giving a zone look up top. Now the entry to Mulholland. Kicks it back out. Friesen corners it. Smith. He misses the 3. Mulholland out rebounds Cunningham. And now back out front, the 3-ball taken and missed by Watkins. Another offensive board for Chattanooga, and another chance for Darner. He's got another 3.
3 times, the third time's a charm. That's one thing you can't allow teams to do, especially if you're in a zone. You have to work harder to cover shooters, but then you have to gain rebound as a team to not allow second or third opportunities.
Now Fleming trying to find Cunningham on the baseline, but it's knocked out of bounds. And we'll go to a timeout. 11:39 left in the first half of play. It's a 2-point lead as Chattanooga is using the 3-ball to their advantage. 16-14, Mox leading the Running Rebels.
I feel like, honestly, Death by Sexton, if UNLV loses this match, because Chattanooga played last night against St. Mary's, and then came from California to Vegas, so they should be tired, but they might have that, you know, that fuel, that adrenaline to keep going. So I have to agree with you.
Old Trapper beefs. One-upping.
I'm a big Old Trapper fan. Not bigger than me. I love Old Trapper. I love how tender it is. Don't forget the wood smoke flavor. What about the clear bag? That shows you exactly what you're getting. Savory beef. Quality ingredients. I'm their biggest fan.
Old Trapper. What's your beef?
Will you sign my bag and my tattoo?
Welcome back here inside the Thomas & Mack Center in Las Vegas. 16-14. Chattanooga has the lead at our second media timeout. Let's check in with Wyatt.
Guys, talking with Coach Pastner yesterday, a big emphasis for him was Kamani Hamilton has to stay on the floor. He cannot be playing 14 minutes. He has to be 30 minutes on the floor. They're a much better team with him on the floor. He's got to avoid the foul trouble. Kamani said the big thing for him, he's got to be more disciplined and protect that first foul. And when that first foul does happen, move to the next play. Don't let it affect you. So far today for Hamilton, 6 points, making an impact for the Running Rebels.
Yeah, he certainly is. And, you know, when you talk about Kamani Hamilton, there's a guy that, you know, the name of the game with him is he's got to stay in the game. He had to leave the game too early last time, as Wyatt pointed out, due to the foul trouble. But, you know, you got to keep him in the game.
Yeah, if I'm a guy like Kamani, I mean, I'm gonna be aggressive defensively, but I'm also gonna pick and choose my spots. There's times that you have to concede plays, concede fouls, concede offensive rebounding, and let those plays go, and don't feel like you're missing out, because it's more important for him to be in the game for 30, 35 minutes as opposed to taking those risks time and time again, especially early in the first half.
Walter Brown with the basketball, checking in at the break. A former professional out of New Zealand. Oh, Gibbs Lawhorn will try a 3. He makes a 3 and gives the Rebels a 1-point lead, 17-16.
And again, much better start here for Dre Gibbs Lawhorn. Obviously, with him trying to learn that point guard position, being a natural combo guard, it's much easier for him to play off the ball. So that inside-out play right there on that kick out, his feet are set, ready to knock down that open 3.
A foul called on UNLV. And it'll be Longy Dembele guilty of the infraction. So second team foul.
So
Chattanooga.
I'm actually not a Rebels fan. I work with a sports broadcasting network that helps that basically gives content creators the ability to broadcast live sports on their streaming platforms. So I do a whole wide variety of sports. But we've been doing a lot of Mountain West Conference sports. So we've been doing a lot of UNLV content along with other Mountain West teams.
A secondary drag, getting the paint, that's going to bring good things for the Rebels.
Mulholland outside the three-point arc. Now Smith doubled. Smith.
So I'm just a big sports fan.
Into the lane, kicks it out to Darner. He'll try a 3 and miss it. And there's Gibbs Lawhorn with a rebound. Long rebound out to the guard. And the Running Rebels with possession again. Brown to Dembele, right corner. Baji to Dre, and now Nas Cunningham. Back to Gibbs Lawhorn. Shot clock under 10. Cunningham fouled as he was approaching the lane. And Was he in the act of shooting or not? Billy Smith will commit the foul. And that'll be his first, and they're lining up. So Cunningham will go to the line.
And you talk about a guy with Nas Cunningham just oozing raw potential. When he came out of high school, he was a consensus #1 player coming out of New Jersey. Spends last year at Alabama under Coach Oates. And for him, just to be able to get that experience in that type of program, and now to be able to come here to UNLV, have a new start under Coach Pastner, hopefully they can unleash his natural raw ability, because this kid clearly has the skill, has the game. He just needs the opportunity.
He missed the first free throw.
So did you like attend UNLV?
Spend on free throws.
Or are you just like a big Rebels fan?
So there's one thing Coach would do. He would make sure that you shoot your free throws before practice, after practice. He would even come out there and shoot them with you.
Yeah.
But they say they're free for a reason, so you got to make them count.
Well, the thing about Lon Kruger that people don't know, he was probably a better free throw shooter than most of his players.
Oh, yeah. He's still to this day.
To this day.
There was a number of times that he'd get out there and he'd outshoot some of the guys. So if you're going to step up to the line against Coach Kruger, you better be willing to knock him down or take a loss.
Smith with the basketball for Chattanooga. Johnson has checked in. Jakari Johnson. There's a 3-ball. That's good. As Billy Smith knocks that one down from long distance.
I respect that.
20-19 running Rebels. Cunningham whips it on the right for Jones. Jones driving. Jones to the bucket. He is blocked, and Juve picks up the rebound. Juve out of Gouda in the Netherlands. Yep, that's what the Chiefs.
Wait, so if you was 5, if you was 5 in 1990, that means you're 40. That means that we're the same age.
Oh, loose ball hit the back of Brown's foot. Behind the back dribble for Gibbs Lawhorn. Rebels gain another possession, up a point, and a foul is going to be whistled into the corner. Parker Robinson, hometown kid from Chattanooga, went to McCallie High School. Also a good track guy in high school. Sprinter.
Yeah, imagine, man.
And now Jones is out.
My sports teams
Back in for the running Rebels is Kamani Hamilton.
range from the LA Clippers, the Dodgers, the Miami Hurricanes.
8% free throw shooter knocks the first one down.
When we talk about free throws, I know Dre's obviously guys
the LA Kings,
redeem himself, because last game he missed a couple late in the game that would have gave the Rebels a chance to
and the Raiders.
1 to 2 points. Wasn't able to do that. Feel like he hurt his team, but obviously.
So I've seen a lot of pain.
He makes these
2 for 2. Makes it 22-19. Lead back to 3. Teddy Washington Jr. checking back in for Chattanooga.
And he's the engine that makes this Mocs team go. Obviously, an All-Ohio Valley Conference first-team member last year, the newcomer of the year last year in that conference. So for him to got a point guard that can play fast, can knock it down, he's going to be able to make this offense go. The Rebels got to focus on him defensively.
Juve for the high post, guarded by
Yep. Let's go, Ray.
Left-hand dribble down
Yeah, bro. Raiders fan, bro.
For Johnson, and Jakari Johnson hits 3.
God bless my heart.
Is 6
I need it.
From behind the 3-point strike.
Chattanooga is keeping up with UNLV is crazy to me.
Allowing 6 out of 11. That's way too many threes. Last
The bucket.
They gave up 12 made threes in total, so already halfway there, only halfway through this first half.
And that's Cunningham for 2. 24-22, Rebels lead.
Yeah.
With Brown on it. And Brown commits the personal foul. The shot doesn't go. But Walter Brown, an interesting story. Played professionally in New Zealand, also a little bit in Australia, but still had eligibility left.
It amazes me how this happens these days. Guys can play professionally. You got guys now playing in the G League, coming back to college, signing big NIL deals. The thing for me about Walter Brown, he's not a guy that's going to be flashy to you. You're not going to see highlights or going to have big numbers in the box score. But he's a guy that knows how to play the game the right way, fundamentally sound, obviously with that foreign overseas background, skill set, maturity. He only played 12 minutes last game. I think he's a guy that has to be able to get minutes on the floor, can play multiple spots, but also just seems like he brings a calming to the game and can allow coach to be able to rely on him and not have to worry about him doing anything to risk anything.
Howie Fleming Jr. checked in for him. Free throw good. 1-point lead for UNLV, 8:18 to go in the first half. Nas Cunningham. Gibbs Lawhorn setting up the offense. Now Fleming gets around the big fella. And around Juve. He had some time, but didn't give up the pivot. Managed to get the pass to Hamilton. 5 seconds on the timer. 3 ball on the way. That's good. Fleming with 3.
And we talk about this 3-guard attack for the Rebels with Dre Gibbs, Lawhorn, Howie Fleming, and Al Green. A combination of those 3 guys, 2 of them at least going to have to be productive every night out, knocking down these open shots, just like Howie did in the corner.
Juf wide open 3-ball. Rebound ripped down by Hamilton. Gives Lawhorn, hands to Hamilton. He goes down the lane, jump stop, dumps it up underneath them, belly for 2. Largest lead so far for UNLV is 6. And a whistle and a foul. Reaching around the back was Dre Gibbs Lawhorn. That'll be a foul on him. And his first foul, the 4th team foul. As we go to a timeout, 7:19 left first half, 29-23.
All right, bro, I'm out. I get to work. This your stream. I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. Yeah, we got the next time we'll be live. We're doing some Brazilian soccer tomorrow, and then next week Saturday we got Colorado State versus New Mexico, I believe, or Colorado State versus UNLV. No, Colorado State, New Mexico.
Accidents happen, and when they
What's good, Marcus, man? Much respect to you, brother. Hope everything's going well.
wages, pain and suffering, it adds up fast.
Our 20 attorneys and over 200
You a Packers fan? Man.
over 1,000 5-star reviews.
At least your team puts you in a position to at least have a good run in the playoffs.
The most with West Coast.
Call us today for a free
We don't have that yet.
Call 702-222-WCTL or visit westcoasttriallawyers.com.
A great November evening here in Las Vegas as we look south on the Strip corridor. Just a beautiful night. One of the most picturesque cities in America.
You can't really beat it, especially this time of year. Great weather, nice out, even when it gets later in the evening.
So right now, we look at the situation with 7:17 left in the first, 29-23 UNLV. One of the things they've got to do is defend the 3. And when they're showing a zone look here and there, how difficult is it to get out and defend the 3?
Well, in terms of playing a zone, a lot of people think that you're being lazy or that you can rest. You actually have to work harder when you're playing zone defense. And the way that Coach Pastner coaches it, he has his guys bump out so you would take that initial wing pass if you're the wing.
I appreciate you, as always.
Your zone. And for them, if the guard is late rotating to the
Always
top,
appreciate you stopping by showing love. It really means a
you
lot.
gotta still communicate. You got to work hard. You got to be active, calling out where the pass is going. And right now, the Rebels are having some trouble making sure that they're one pass ahead on those rotations. So they've either got to snap out of it, get into it, and lock in their defense. Or they're going to have to go back to man-to-man because you can't allow 6 out of 12 from the three-point line in the first half.
So we look at the Rebel program now under Josh Pastner, and it's going to take. It's going to take a little bit of time for these guys. You've got 13 new players here. It's going to take a little time for them to gel. You've got a couple of key guys that are injured still and are not back. And I think, CT, when you look at this over time, this program's going to get better and better and better and better.
Yeah, it just comes with it takes time. I mean, you've got to allow this thing to grow, allow it to finish cooking.
Thank you, Marcus, man. Hope you have a great night. Appreciate you, brother.
Acclimated to a new city, to a new teammates, to a new
Good rip.
style of play, and especially when you have 2 of your main guys out, it's going to take a little bit longer to find that familiarity.
A little I don't want to you take it. Washington underneath the Juf, left hand laying off the glass is good. And so Latif Juf went to the Dunn School in California before ending up at Chattanooga. That's his first basket. Now Nas Cunningham. Cunningham with a left-hand dribble down the lane. He's bumped by Washington. That's going to be the 3rd foul on Teddy Washington.
That's going to be big there. We're going to see how the Mocs respond without having their lead scoring point guard in the game for a while.
But just getting back to Coach Pastner for a bit, I mean, there's a guy with a pedigree. He's learned from some of the best. You know, when you talk about the guys that he's learned from, Lute Olson at Arizona. He was a player at Arizona, assistant coach there. And he learned from John Calipari. And, did a great job coaching in Memphis. Took the job at age 31. He was the youngest head coach in the country at the time before going to Georgia Tech. And Cunningham rattles it in and out. Rebound taken down by Tate Darner.
Yeah, it's amazing what Coach Pastner's done. I've known Josh for a long time when he was a teammate of my brother's at Arizona under Coach Olson when they won that national championship in '97. So to see him go from that.
Oh my gosh, bro.
For Calipari at Memphis and what they built there. And then moving on to Georgia Tech, and a lot of guys in the NBA won 3 Coach of the Year awards. He's clearly got the experience. He's got the pedigree. Now he's just got to rebuild this program and get them back on top.
Hamilton missed the shot and a whistle. And Hamilton's going to get whistled. He's frustrated.
We going good, Boa. How are you?
When he went into the lane. But he's going to come out of the game.
And those are the type of fouls that you're talking about. If you miss a basket on one end, if you don't agree that they should have been a foul call, you thought you had contact, you've got to have that short-term memory loss. You've got to let those things go. You can't allow one mistake to compound and make 2 or 3 mistakes, and to come back and get a little handsy there and pick up that foul. You're only hurting your team. There was nothing to gain in that transition defensive play.
Freisig lost the handle on the ball, turns it over. The Rebels will have it with just over 6 minutes to go in the first half, leading 29-25. So in the last, Hamilton's headed to the locker room. Just saw him head out the tunnel to our left, so something going on there. Dembele gives Lawhorn. Now Al Green back in the game, kicks it to the corner. Fleming ducks around a man, gives up the shot. Now a three-pointer, Dre in and out.
It's a good look, though. That's the type of play you want to make. Dribble penetration there by Howie Fleming. Get in the paint, get a paint touch, kick it out to an open shooter. Just got to knock it down.
Into the game now, Mekhi Richards seeing his first minutes. He's got the basketball. Cut off by Dembele. Left hand laying off the glass, no good. Skying for the rebound was Howie Fleming Jr. Dribble handoff, gives Lawhorn. Right hand down the lane, kicks it out, wide open look corner. Dembele, no. And Jones the rebound, fresh possession. Green will try a 3. Got it! 32-25.
Big shot there by Al Green. That's the type of plays that he's got to be able to make. He's their marksman, their outside knockdown shooter. He's going to have to continue to make those.
Friesen was left open. And he's been open a few times. He gets that screen on the left side of the lane. If you notice, that's the third time he's been wide open.
Yeah, they're using that little rip screen, that up screen, and they're allowing him to turn that corner, get down to the paint. But the Rebels, you've got to make him finish those because you can't help out of the corner. Cardinals sin, you never help out of the corner off a three-point shot.
Fleming bumped in the lane and knocked down and a foul on Chattanooga. So we'll have some free throws coming. Looks like it's going to be on Latif Juf. That'll be his second foul. 9th on the team, so one more, and the Rebels will be in the double bonus. Fleming will shoot here. Howie Fleming Jr., 70% free throw shooter. One of a number of new faces that Runnin' Rebel fans will get used to seeing over the course of the season. When I talked to Coach Pastner last week, I said, how was it putting the roster together? Well, he said, it's considering when I got here, we had 0 players.
Right.
I had to talk one of them into coming back. That was that was not easy, but he got that done when he was able to get Jacob Benerby to come back. But, yeah, you got to build it from scratch.
Yeah, the name of the game has changed now. I mean, obviously, you've got to have a bankroll to be able to get players these days. I know that he's done a good job of working the community, working the phone lines, being able to raise that money to be able to give them the resources that they need. But for me, Tim, the focus here right now with the Rebels up 7 points with 4:30 left. In the game on Tuesday night, with 4:38 left, they were up by 10. And that's when the kind of wheels started to get shaky, and that's when things ultimately fell apart for them. They've got to finish this half strong, continue to build this lead, and have that positive momentum coming out of halftime.
Jones on Smith outside, 10 seconds to shoot. Smith cut off. Now Friesen. Friesen down the lane. He's guarded by Benerby. Kicks it out. Smith lets it go with 2 on the timer and gets it to fall. And a foul underneath. And let's see. Looks like the foul is going to be called.
You called the foul on the Big Maple, huh?
They called it on the Big Maple, yep. Colin Mulholland. Didn't play last night against St. Mary's. Still nursing an injury, but game time decision today, and he's out there picking himself up.
Yeah, Tyron Jones just a little late on that closeout, late second shot clock. Can't fall asleep, have to stay attached to shooters. And then in the inside, Howie does a good job of trying to get inside position. and Mulholland pulls him down as he's falling to the floor.
Fleming eyeing the rim. And for three from the stripe. He'll have another. 35-30. Hamilton is back from leaving the court. Jones is out, so Hamilton is way down the other end of the court right now. And Fleming dips, shoots, and he hits. 6-point lead for the Runnin' Rebels. 4:06 left first half. With Curtis Terry, Tim Neverett filling in for Matt Neverett. He's getting ready to call the opening kickoff up in Fort Collins. The Rebels up there taking on the Colorado State Rams. Friesen with it. Bernardi got him to pick up the dribble. That's knocked away by Hamilton. Here he goes.
Mm.
That's the energy that you need right there from Kamani Hamilton. That's why he has to be valuable to stay on the floor, not get in foul trouble. He opens up the game.
Oh, Hamilton with the steal, and he hits the bullseye.
The power of we is all for one. It's all for you. It's always there for you. It completes your circle. It says you've got a team even when you're out there alone. And with Intermountain Health in your circle, you'll always have the care you need to live the healthiest life possible. That's the power of we. Intermountain Health.
With the Mountain West app, it's your game, your way. Designed for super fans like you, so that you'll never miss a play. We've got you covered with free access to thousands of Mountain West games, from your phone to the big screen. Stream live games, watch highlights, and unlock exclusive content anytime. Download the app today.
Old Trapper Beefs. Energy emergency. Old Trapper. What's your beef?
Well, back here in Las Vegas, beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada. Runnin' Rebels leading Chattanooga 38-30. And Wyatt Tomchak, what do you have?
Yeah, I walked over to the other end of the court. Kamani Hamilton behind the stands here was walking back and forth, getting talked down by one of the coaching staffs here. Just, you could tell the frustration with him with that foul. When he was running up the court, pushed off of one of the Chattanooga defenders, just getting calmed down. Good to see him back out there, get that big dunk. But it was just, when he left the court, just kind of calmed the nerves a little bit.
I think he took the frustration out on the rim.
Yeah, he sure did. And I appreciate that, though. As long as he can understand, he can take a second to go calm himself, to let out that anger, that anxiety, come back on the floor, and use that to positive, to be able to jump that passing lane, tiptoe the sideline, and then to finish with authority on one end. That's one way to take your anger out, punish the rim.
Take that. Chattanooga with a basketball. 3:33 to go in the first half of play. Friesen swing it around to the right side to Jakari Johnson. Back up Friesen. The lob inside to the Big Maple, and a foul is going to be whistled on Dre Gibbs Lawhorn. It'll be his second personal. Well, they had the matchup. Chattanooga did the matchup they wanted. They got the guard on the big man down below with the switch up.
Yeah, when you have that switch and you have that guard big cross match right there, all Dre can do is work to front him in the post and root him out with his behind, try to gain as much space as he can. The only other thing to help that is ball pressure on the top. You can't allow an easy over-the-top pass. You have to crowd him, make that offensive player turn his back from the basket.
Well, Johnson tries a three, no good. There's a big rebound for Hamilton. He can play above the rim, can he?
No, this boy can do a lot of good things, but it's only helpful if he's on the floor.
Fleming, back outside it goes. Bernardi, and Bernardi took the extra step before he dribbled and turns it over with a traveling violation. 8-point lead for UNLV, their largest of the game so far. Bernardi checks out. Longy Dembele's back in for UNLV. Tate Darner with a basketball, hands off to Mulholland. Mulholland looking for some help, but he's just kind of stuck out there in no man's land. Well, Darner gets a screen from him to switch. Mulholland pass inside, he's lost again. Friesen somehow got wide open again underneath. And now Dembele bumped him, and a foul. Second foul on Longy Dembele.
That was almost a picture-perfect defensive possession there. They denied a couple dribble handoffs, jumped the passing lane, made a guy force backdoor, but then don't let him get that backdoor pass. But all it takes is one screen, 1 second of losing your focus, losing that attention, and you allow Friesen to be open under the basket. And unfortunately, Lajee nudged him with his legs on that lower half, and it sends him to the free throw line.
7th team foul, so Chattanooga in the 1-1 for the rest of the half. Coming back in for Tate Darner is Parker Robinson, number 55 for the Mocs. Chattanooga from the Southern Conference, the SoCon. They are the preseason favorite to win the conference. And they'll be battling teams like Furman, Samford, East Tennessee Stadium, VMI. They'll be at the top of the table in the SoCon this year. There's Dembele with it. Hands off to Green. Nas Cunningham. Timer under 10. Cunningham with some room, and he's fouled on the way up. Looked, Curtis, like he was adjusting his shot on the way up, too, so fortunate for him, he got fouled.
Yeah, he kind of got bailed out there. He looked like he had a double clutch, and the defender actually happened to hit him on his arm. And aside from just the natural ability from Nas Cunningham, the thing I like about Nas is he plays with such a good pace. He doesn't play too fast. He doesn't get sped up by the defense. He's able to control what he wants to do offensively. And when you do that, you're under control, and you can be able to pick up those types of fouls, even when you don't have anything going for you, but just that control and that poise allows you to get that call and get to the free throw line.
Johnson, who committed the foul, heads out, and Tate Darner comes back in. Bernardi getting some words on the bench. That shot no good. 39-32, 7-point lead. Friesen, Mulholland, now Smith. Oh, give and go. Mulholland just may as well have had the court to himself. How does a big man like that get lost?
I don't know how you lose track of the Big Maple. With the red hair at 6'11", you've got to be able to keep track of him on the floor.
Defensive mistake by the Rebels. Lost a couple of points. Now a 5-point lead in the basketball. A minute 45 remaining in half number 1. Cunningham charging to the basket. He scores, and he's fouled in a possible 3-point play.
Again, and that's another prime example. You see him catch the ball in the perimeter. First thing, he does not initially just put it down right away. He catches, takes his times, backs down the defender, slide step through the lane, and able to finish. Again, just showing his all-around game. Another big-time play there by Nas Cunningham.
Cunningham to the stripe. 2 for 5 from the line. Now 3 for 6. That's what he wants to do. Knock that down. They get a 42-34 lead. Lead back to 8. Darner to Mulholland. Bernardi switched up on him, and Cunningham's got him now. Now Mulholland doubled. Quickly out to Friesen. Whip it around the perimeter, back to the high post it goes. There's a handoff now to Parker Robinson. Quick 3 left side, that's off the mark. And the rebound taken down by Kamani Hamilton. Cunningham to the basket. He's fouled by Mulholland.
And it's no surprise here. Basketball is a beautiful game, but it's even funner to watch and funner to play when you can play in the open floor. Nobody wants to get bogged down in the half court, but to be able to run and be the running Rebels, you've got to get stops. Forced another long 3, secure the rebound, and then they're off to the races, and Nas Cunningham knows how to find the basket.
Back to the line he goes. Knocks down another one. Lead now is 9. Can make it a 10-point lead with just over a minute to go in the half. does so. And now the Rebels' first double-digit lead. Robinson hands off Mulholland up top. And Mulholland, and a whistle away from the ball. It looked like Howie Fleming Jr. got a piece of Jordan Friesen. And that'll be a foul on UNLV. For Fleming, his first. Well, Friesen will shoot 1 and 1 here.
It's an unfortunate play there for the Rebels. Again, another really good, solid defensive possession there. An off-the-ball foul by Howie Fleming. Again, you've got to be smart. No time and situation. When you've got a roll here running, you don't want to put them in a position to be able to get points with the clock stopped, especially late in the half.
Well, Friesen transferred from Pittsburgh State in Kansas. They've got a great mascot name.
I'm not sure I'm familiar with that one.
They are the Gorillas.
Oh, there we go.
They are mean and ferocious.
I didn't know there was many gorillas in Kansas.
I didn't either. But that's the name, Pittsburgh State, and it's Pittsburgh without an H at the end.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I'm familiar with that.
Yeah. Not like Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. It's a little different.
I doubt there's any gorillas in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania either.
No.
Unless it's at the zoo.
There's Fleming now with the basketball for the running Rebels under a minute to go. Cunningham, baseline jam! Hello.
And just like that, Nas Cunningham, a big game already. 3 for 3 from the field, 11 points. Doing everything, though, getting in transition, half-court attack in the paint, and if you give him a step, he can get to the rim.
Playing the post now, Mekhi Richards. And an offensive foul, an illegal screen set by Billy Smith, his second foul. And that'll be a turnover for Chattanooga. Let's take a look one more time at Cunningham here.
Yeah, so and we talk about closeouts for the runner Rebels. Closeouts are important for both teams here. But a bad closeout there into the corner. If you let Nas Cunningham get that step, he's going to know what to do with it. He can finish at the rim with authority.
Yeah, rim rocker right there. So a 30-second timeout with 16 and 9/10 seconds to go. 10-point lead, 46-36 running Rebels. And when you compare to what we saw in the opener, tonight's a totally different night.
Yeah, I mean, the Rebels are doing much better here tonight. Only 4 turnovers so far here in this first half against Chattanooga. On Tuesday night against UT Martin, they had 12 turnovers in that first half. So from that standpoint alone, they're obviously taking care of the ball, valuing that possession. You can't score if you don't have the ball, if you're giving it up. And then along with that defensively, they've given up 7 3-pointers, but they gave up 6 of those in the first 9 minutes of the game. So for them to be able to calm their nerves, make sure they close out under control, don't leave open shooters, much better job defensively. And then also in that second half on Tuesday, or that first half on Tuesday rather, they have a 10-point lead with 4:38 left and they give it up. Right now they're still maintaining that double-digit lead. So you want to finish here with one last possession, one last shot to end the half, and have that positive momentum, that positive energy, those good vibes coming out of halftime.
They've been taking care of the ball. UNLV with only 4 turnovers this half. Leading scorers in the game right now, Nas Cunningham with 11. Jordan Friesen also with 11 for Chattanooga. Fleming will run down the clock. Shot clock is dead. 6 seconds. He is cut off, looking for some help. Now Green tries a 3, no good. And on the rebound, that one doesn't fall. And Kamani Hamilton went down hard. He's being helped up though. And that should do it.
Looks like they might check to see if this foul was called with time still on that clock.
That is what they will look at. Remember that this year there is a new rule too that coaches have.
Oh, yeah.
You can have somebody behind the bench with an iPad to go through these things and then say you want a challenge.
I know one thing with that. I don't know if I want that responsibility because obviously coach is not the one looking at that iPad.
Right.
So he's going to look to whoever he trusts behind that bench to make that call. So you don't want to be wrong. You don't want to roll the dice on that prematurely. But it looked like that offensive rebound there by Kamani Hamilton. His legs were taken out from underneath him with 0.3, 0.4 on the clock. So he should be going to the foul line here to end the half.
So the officials, Earl Walton, Juan Corral, and Brian McNutt.
It's a foul, and we put him on the line with 0.3 seconds on the clock.
And they're going to put 0.3 of a second on the clock. Hamilton's shot is around the rim and out. And second shot good. Well, the Rebels will get another point as time expires in the first half. And UNLV with their largest lead of the game at 47-36. So they take an 11-point lead to the half. And Wyatt is standing by with the head coach, Josh Pastner.
First half for you guys, dominated the free throws, shooting over 50%. How would you grade that performance?
Well, I was really happy that we got better. You know, the whole thing for us, we had a tough loss Tuesday, but this is a long season, and there's going to be highs and lows. The thing that I want to see is that we get better every time we step on the floor. I can't control the outcome, but I want to make sure we get better each time. And I felt we've gotten better in this first half compared to the first half of the last game, and that's what you want to see as a coach. We did some good things defensively.
Talking about getting better, you harped on it yesterday about Kamani Hamilton needing to be on the floor. Started out really great, had that frustration foul. He went to the back, kind of calmed things down, and he took it out on the rim on that emphatic dunk. How would you grade his performance?
He's been great, and part of it is because he's on the floor. He's got one foul. He got that first foul. I put him right on the bench. There's no more. Defensive discipline. That's the biggest thing with him, defensive discipline. Because we need him on the floor. For us to be the team we need to be, he needs to be playing 30-some-odd minutes a game for us.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
All right, Josh Pastner saying they're getting better, and that's his goal. Get better each time out, get better half after half. First half is done. We've got our halftime activities coming up from the Thomas & Mack Center. 47-36, Rebels lead.
Sierra Air Conditioning and Plumbing makes quality service our top priority. Sierra was voted Best Air Conditioning Company in Las Vegas. Our highly trained technicians will make sure the job is done right the first time. Sierra Air Conditioning and Plumbing is here to help you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We can help you with your heating, water heater, UV lights, and water softeners. Call Sierra Air Conditioning and Plumbing today for service that soars above the rest.
There's a reason Chevy is called the heartbeat of America. With SUVs for life's adventures, trucks as dependable as the people who drive them, EVs to charge up a summer of no limits, and American legends that need no introduction. This summer, Chevy drives America.
Now, well-qualified buyers get 0% financing. That's a total value of around $11,000 for current Chevy owners on this Silverado. See your Southern Nevada Chevy dealers.
Old Trapper Beefs. Tough snacks.
Out here, nothing comes easy. That's why you gotta be tough. The truck, it's tough. My crew, definitely tough. But Old Trapper taught me the value of tenderness.
Old Trapper. What's your beef?
Oh, it's a puppy.
They're back here at the Thomas & Mack Center at the half. The Rebels with an 11-point lead, 47-36 over UT Chattanooga. Tim Everett with you. Curtis Terry will be back in just a little bit. We're very pleased to have with us Corey Enos from the Southern Nevada Water Authority. Corey, welcome. I know this is the time of year everybody at the Southern Nevada Water Authority reminds everybody about a watering schedule.
Absolutely. It's a very important time for us, Tim.
You've been here for a number of years, but not everybody has. So we need to remind everybody that right now is the time to change those watering clocks, and right now you can water one scheduled day a week.
And what about plants and trees? They're a little bit different than the grass you've got, right?
They are. Plants and trees. Plants and trees need significantly less water than grass does. So make sure you go to snwa.com, check what your emitters emit, and make sure those plants are getting the love that they need.
Also, you have a program that will pay people to take the grass up, right?
No doubt. It saves us money, it saves us water. But right now, if you go to snwa.com, you can get $5 a square foot to exchange your water-thirsty grass for water-smart landscapes.
Of course, here in Southern Nevada, we all know it's a dry area, so in certain times of the year it's okay to water. But what are you finding that you end up saving by limiting all the water resources like that?
You can save up to $300 a year, but the most important thing is that it saves us that precious resource, water. We need to be able to adjust like the Rebels need to be able to adjust from man to man to a zone. We need to be able to adjust from the time of year, from spring to fall, and right now in watering one day a week is what we can do. There are days like today where it's 79 degrees, but there will be days during the winter where it's 30 degrees. So we need to water that one day a week no matter what it looks like outside.
It's a good reminder. If you have any questions on that, snwa.com, right?
snwa.com is a great place to go.
How'd you enjoy watching the Running Rebels the first half?
Hit a few more threes, get a few more layups, play a little bit more D, and we'll be right where we need to be.
Right. Corey is from the Southern Nevada Water Authority joining us here at the half. We've still got stats and highlights coming up in just a bit. Stay with us as Curtis Terrier will rejoin me in just a little bit. At the half, the Rebels lead by 11, 47-36 over UT Chattanooga.
Old Trapper Beefs. Last bag.
All right, we got second half action coming up. Make sure if you guys have not done so already, subscribe to the YouTube and drop a follow on Twitch and on TikTok.
The Women's Volleyball Championship in fabulous Las Vegas. Join us for non-stop excitement in the City of Lights and experience every championship moment. Tickets are on sale now at bmw.com/bbtickets.
Let's see, string cheese. Ooh, soda.
Surprise! You have a brother.
Hi. Whoa. Why didn't you tell me before?
Well, we just got him.
For opening a new account at America First Credit Union.
Which, surprise number 2, you're moving out and living at America First.
Huh?
Get your money working. For a limited time, new members get a cash bonus when they open a checking account.
In the heart of downtown Las Vegas, a sports oasis awaits. Stadium Swim, the ultimate outdoor amphitheater, built for the ultimate sports fan, with a colossal screen that brings the game closer than ever. Reserve a daybed, private cabana, or lounge in the center of it all. 6 pools to dive into as the game heats up. And the best part, there's never an off-season. Open 365 days a year. Stadium Swim, it's always spectator season.
Credit Union One offers everything you need to get the most out of your accounts every day. With digital banking, you can pay bills online, set up personalized budgeting tools, easily transfer money between accounts, and more. Plus, you can get paid up to 2 days sooner when you set up direct deposit. Get started at cu1.com.
Old Trapper Beefs. One-upping.
I love Old Trapper. I love how tender it is. Don't forget the wood smoke flavor. Savory beef. Quality ingredients. I'm their biggest fan.
Old Trapper. What's your beef?
Gatorade has the #1 proven electrolyte blend, designed to hydrate better than water. Made to rehydrate, replenish, and refuel, so you can lose more sweat and earn a place in history. Gatorade. Is it in you?
Credit Union One Free Checking has everything you need to bank on the go. Make deposits and more with our highly rated mobile app. And get your direct deposit up to 2 days sooner with CU1 Early Pay. Open your account in minutes at creditunion1.org.
Hello, Las Vegas. Tony Smith here, General Manager at Findlay Kia. The 2025 Kia K4 is a stylish sedan under $30,000 with impressive features, like an available turbocharged engine, advanced driver's assistance systems, and wireless phone charger. Come see our great in-stock selection and take advantage of low 2.9% APR financing for 48 months. Findlay Kia, this is Kia Central on Sahara, just west of Decatur.
Old Trapper Beefs. One upping.
I'm a big Old Trapper fan. Not bigger than me. I love Old Trapper. I love how tender it is. Don't forget the wood smoke flavor. What about the clear bag? That shows you exactly what you're getting. Savory beef. Quality ingredients. I'm their biggest fan.
Old Trapper. What's your beef?
Will you sign my bag and my tattoo?
Accidents happen, and when they do, the consequences can be devastating. Medical bills, lost wages, pain and suffering. It adds up fast.
Our 20 attorneys and over 200 in-house staff members have over 1,000 five-star reviews.
I'm a former federal prosecutor, and today I help my clients get justice against insurance companies.
Get the most with West Coast.
Call us today for a free consultation with one of our lawyers.
Call 702-222-WCTL or visit westcoasttriallawyers.com.
The power of we is all for one. It's all for you. It's always there for you. It completes your circle. It says you've got a team even when you're out there alone. And with Intermountain Health in your circle, you'll always have the care you need to live the healthiest life possible. That's the power of we. Intermountain Health.
With the Mountain West app, it's your game, your way. Designed for superfans like you, so that you'll never miss a play. We've got you covered with free access to thousands of Mountain West games, from your phone to the big screen. Stream live games, watch highlights, and unlock exclusive content anytime. Download the app today.
Old Trapper Beefs. Energy emergency. Old Trapper. What's your beef?
Great shot of the fountains of the Bellagio and the Las Vegas Strip as we bring you back inside the Thomas and Mack Center, along with Curtis Terry, Tim Neverick. Glad you're with us. Tuned in to Runnin' Rebel basketball tonight, no matter where you happen to be on the Silver State Sports and Entertainment Network or the Mountain West Network. Rebels up 11, 47-36. And Curtis, some observations from the first half, especially on the defensive side first. I would think that this team needs to still get out there and defend that corner three.
Yeah, you got to make sure that you maintain your ground and not allow those corner threes, especially when you go zone or get sucked in on that dribble drive and the kick to the corners. Again, first 9 or 10 minutes of the game, they gave up 6 threes, only 1 3-pointer allowed in the last 9 or 10 minutes of that half. And then offensively for the Rebels, only 4 turnovers right now. It's night and day from Tuesday night. They had 12 turnovers in that first half. And what they're doing right now in terms of sharing the ball, you've got Nas Cunningham leading away with 11 points. Kamani Hamilton's got 9. Dre Gibbs Lawhorn's got 9. Howie Fleming's got 9. So you're getting contributions from everywhere across the lineup. and that's what they need. It's going to be a by-committee thing with this team, still trying to figure each other out and get healthy. But when they've got the inside-outside going, Kamani Hamilton's knocking down shots, getting out in transition, finishing at the rim, and they've got 9 fast break points to 0 for the Mocs. Good things are happening for the Runner Rebels right now.
As far as shooting percentage is concerned in the first half, the Rebels 14 out of 26 from the field, shooting nearly 54%. And for UT Chattanooga, 12 for 25, 7 of those threes, but they shot 48% from the field in the first half of play. And again, when you look at the lead changes, there were 5 of those. Rebels' largest lead right now is 11. And the turnovers, that is certainly something that Josh Pastner probably lost more than a few winks of sleep about from Tuesday. But only 4 turnovers for the Rebels, 7 for Chattanooga in the first half.
Yeah, again, you got to make sure you take care of that ball. You can't score if you don't have the ball, if you're giving it up. But then also for the Rebels to get to the free throw line 19 times in that first half. They drew 15 fouls on Chattanooga. As compared to Tuesday night, they allowed the opponent to shoot 48 free throws. So again, you've got to be able to make that number balance out. But a great job by the Rebels by not settling from the perimeter. They're still knocking down threes, but they're putting the pressure on that defense and on that rim and getting into the paint.
Well, there's the horn getting set to start the second half of play. And what do you think the Rebels need to do more of or less of in the second half?
They just got to continue. You got to stay status quo. You've got to continue with the same energy and effort. You've got this 11-point lead. This first 4-minute period right now until that under 16 timeout or that first immediate timeout, they've got to win this segment. They have to win this segment. They have to come out on top. You've got to continue this momentum and try to bury this team sooner than later. And they've got to keep in mind that Chattanooga played last night in St. Mary's. So it's been a long weekend for them. It's going to continue to be a long weekend. But they need to use that to their advantage and try to run these guys out of the gym right from the start of the second half.
UNLV back home here at the Thomas & Mack Center Tuesday night to take on Montana. That game can be seen
Montana.
Right here. Also back on radio on ESPN Radio in Las Vegas as well. Matt Neverett will rejoin you on Tuesday night. I'll move back to the radio side for that. But you can come out and see the Rebels as well, UNLVtickets.com. So Chattanooga starts with the first possession of the second half. Mulholland has it high post and belly guarding him. Handoff to Friesen, back to Mulholland. Mulholland kicks it over to Washington. Washington left-hand dribble. Defenders switch. Washington cut off and a whistle and a foul. And the foul is going to be whistled on Dre Gibbs-Lawhorn. That'll be his 3rd personal. Interesting thing about Gibbs-Lawhorn, again, he's playing point guard, but he's really more of a shooting guard. Pressed into that point position due to the fact that Miles Che is out. And Miles still needing the use of a little cart to walk or to get around him. That shot well short. That aired everything and went out of bounds. But you know, Josh had signed 2 point guards, and both of them are hurt right now.
Yeah, that doesn't help. And obviously, with the experience of Dre Gibbs-Lawhorn, having played in the Big Ten, playing at Illinois, he's got the experience of high-level college basketball. But now just learning how to run the team as opposed to have shots created for you, that's his biggest takeaway and focus right now. Because you think you're going to have Miles Shea, who's a proven Division I player in what he did at Irvine. And you talk about Isaac Williamson, the freshman from California. This is a guy that he's still trying to figure out the game at the college level. But in terms of his tenacity, his point guard, and his leadership, he brings those things. But it's hard to do from when you're on the bench.
Mulholland, the foul, his 3rd. He'll go to the bench. And Latif Juf comes in to replace him. Gibbs-Lawhorn gets the ball right back from Dembele. Cut off of the free throw line. Back outside Green. Al Green through the legs over to Gibbs-Lawhorn. 5 seconds to shoot. He pulls up. In and out. And Dembele with a rebound and the stick back.
And that's what Lajee brings to the game. Obviously, he was voted by his teammates as the defensive player of the team at Iowa last season. But in terms of what he can do defensively, he can move his feet, he can take up space, and he can finish around the rim.
Juve backing in. He's got some room to the bucket, and he'll score. He gets the easy 2. 49-38 lead back to 11. Now Fleming Goes along the baseline. Fleming ducks around a man. Green for three. And he got it, and he's fouled. A possible 4-point play for Al Green.
When we talked about Al Green and Howie Fleming and Dre Gibbs-Lawhorn, that combination of guys has to make shots. And it was a very unselfish play here from Howie Fleming to be able to catch that ball in the corner along that baseline skip pass from Dre Gibbs-Lawhorn. Shot fake, let the defender fly by, and make that extra pass to your teammate. Trust your teammate. And it's a good guy to trust in terms of Al Green. 47% three-point shooter last year. Knocks that one down, has a chance for a 4-point play.
Billy Smith committed the foul, his third. And Green does convert. And the Rebels now lead at 53-38.
And this is the start that we talked about they needed to have. First 2 minutes in, you're stretching and expanding that lead. Now you need to continue to step on that gas.
There's a high screen, and Washington trying to take it down the lane. He dumped it off for Mekhi Richards, the 6'10 redshirt senior out of Oak Park, California. And he gets two, and down goes Gibbs-Lawhorn, no whistle. And out with it comes Tate Darner. Dribbling with it, Brennan Watkins. Watkins tries a three. No good, and the rebound, a very strong one by Kamani Hamilton. Now Hamilton with speed, lost the handle on it. It goes out of bounds, and that is tipped by a Chattanooga mock, so the Rebels will have it with 22 seconds on the shot clock. Substitution, Nas Cunningham back in for the running Rebels. Gibbs-Lawhorn goes out.
Now we talk about when Dre comes out of the game, who slides over to that point guard position. It's typically going to be Al Green. But we're going to see kind of where this offense is going to be initiated from with this group on the floor.
A high screen from Hamilton off the inbound. Gets it to Dembele. Gives it back to Fleming. Fleming down the lane. Hangs. Does not score. It's spun out. But he'll go to the line as he was fouled by Mekhi Richards.
That's a great recognition there by Howie Fleming. You don't get the initial action of what you want with Kamani Hamilton dive into the paint off that high pick. Then you take that second look in terms of what is a kick out to Dembele, and then you come for that handoff from the baseline. And then from there, you get to turn that corner, and everything's open there for you. Just couldn't get that one to finish, but gets a trip to the free throw line.
Howie Fleming Jr. Went to 3 different schools in 3 seasons, but over those 3 seasons made 65 starts, no matter what uniform he was wearing. Latif Diouf is back in for Chattanooga. I guess that's the nature of college basketball now.
Yeah, these days it might as well be free agency. It seems like everybody's got a 1-year contract, and you can stay, you can go, or you can do as you like.
I mean, you played your whole time here, as did many of your teammates.
Yeah, that's a kind of a lost art now. But I think that's one of the reasons that you have success. When you have that continuity, you have guys in the program 2, 3, 4, 5 years if they redshirt. That's how you build a program. That's how you get the belief, not just within the team and the program and the school, but the fans and across the Las Vegas Valley. So hopefully Josh can get some of that back. But obviously, the biggest thing that cures everything is winning.
Teddy Washington Jr. scoring on the fadeaway. 42 for Chattanooga. Rebels looking to add to their 55 here. Dembele in the lane, backing in, spins, he's fouled as Latif Diouf got him on the way up. 3rd foul on him. And we mentioned Diouf from the Netherlands, from Gouda in the Netherlands. Yep.
Like the cheese, huh?
That's where it emanates from. Some of the best cheese you're going to get is in the Netherlands.
There we go.
Great country. I spent a lot of time there. Lived there for a short time. And have been through where he lives. And into Rotterdam. And if he ever got in trouble, he's just a straight shot west to The Hague. So
there we go.
He's not far from there. But Amsterdam to the north, just a beautiful area of the world. Mulholland is back in. (56-42). Alonji Dembele, 2 seasons with the Iowa Hawkeyes. The second shot, no good. Rebound Washington. Washington. Holding finds Sean Cusano. Cusano at a Hilton Head, South Carolina. Not a bad place to be from. And a foul up top. Looks like an illegal screen will be called. Well, Hamilton will be called for the foul, and that's his second. He immediately goes to the bench.
Yeah, he's shaking his head. He's like, I won't do it. And Josh immediately points to the bench and kind of waves him on home like he's rounding third. Go have a seat.
Well, like Josh told Wyatt at halftime, when he committed the foul, he took him right out. That was a great play by Hamilton. He gets sat on at the end of it by Fleming. 56-44, lead is 12 for the Round Rebels. And a foul by Cusano, and his third personal. So back in the Curtis Terry days here, say circa 2007 or so, Sweet 16 season. That's where Josh Pastner wants to get this team on a regular basis. It's not going to happen overnight.
No, it's not. And obviously that's what everybody wants to get to. You want to see your team consistently competing for regular season conference championships, tournament championships for that auto bid. But then if you can get into March Madness, that's where the fun is. That's what those guys want to play for. But again, Rome wasn't built in a day. You got to take it step by step.
First time out of the second half, Rebels 56, Chattanooga 44.
Sierra Air Conditioning and Plumbing makes quality service our top priority. Sierra was voted Best Air Conditioning Company in Las Vegas. Our highly trained technicians will make sure the job is done right the first time. Sierra Air Conditioning and Plumbing is here to help you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We can help you with your heating, water heater, UV lights, and water softeners. Call Sierra Air Conditioning and Plumbing today for service that soars above the rest.
There's a reason Chevy is called the heartbeat of America. With SUVs for life's adventures, trucks as dependable as the people who drive them, EVs to charge up a summer of no limits, and American legends that need no introduction. This summer, Chevy drives America.
Now, well-qualified buyers get 0% financing. That's a total value of around $11,000 for current Chevy owners on this Silverado. See your Southern Nevada Chevy dealers.
Back in beautiful Las Vegas. Glad you're with us tonight. Treasure Island on the right. Heading down the strip. Just a beautiful November evening here for basketball game. And back inside the Thomas and Mack with Curtis Terry, Tim Neverett, Wyatt Tomczyk with us tonight. Roaming the sidelines. Rebels leading this one 53-38. And if we can give you an update from Fort Collins, Colorado, where the Rebel football team is playing. The Colorado State Rams, they've got about 12 minutes to go in the first half. It's 7-7. And the Rebels with the football right now. We'll try to keep you updated on that one as it continues along tonight. That's where Matt Neverett is. He's up there with Caleb Herring and Steve Cofield tonight.
Good group of guys there, and hopefully the boys on the football team can get a win. It's been a rough couple weeks here after back-to-back losses. They've got to right the ship tonight out there in Fort Collins.
56-44. Rebels on top. They've got the basketball. Al Green with it. Bounce pass, low block left side. Bernardi up and under for two.
Yeah, Jacob's playing with a lot more conviction here as of late. I mean, obviously last game he had a couple buckets late in that game. But for him, he can't overthink it. When he gets the ball in the post, you're either going to feel the defender and make a quick move and attack, or you're going to get that ball moved and go set a pick. He's got to not think the game, just play the game.
Back up top, it is Jakari Johnson. Now they work it to Mulholland, side of the lane right. He'll go up and under for two. Just got around a defender. And Mulholland with a couple of baskets in this ball game. And you know, when you see him play, when he's healthy, he is going to be a really, really big asset for this Chattanooga offense and the defense too.
Yeah, no, obviously he can anchor them in terms of what they want to do on both ends of the floor. Can also step out, but anytime you got a guy with that type of skill set, it changes who you are as a team, whether it's offensively or defensively.
So foul called, and that's going to be on Jakari Johnson, his third personal, so he heads for the bench. Friesen is back in. And the Rebels will trigger the inbound left of the basket. Howie Fleming Jr. looking to get it in. Finds Benarbi. Handoff back to Fleming. He's guarded by Washington. Benarbi dribbling right, drifting over that way. Hands off now to Jones. Tyron Jones. Looks like he was fouled on his way to the hoop. And if it's Cusano, it'll be his fourth. Let's see. It is Cusano. It is his fourth. And this will be a 1-and-1 now as the Rebels are into the early bonus in the second half. Cusano has to sit out, and he'll be out for several minutes, you'd think, at this point. They don't want him to foul out.
I know. And it was the Rebels on Tuesday that were the ones in foul trouble and trying to figure out what lineup to put out there. And tonight, it's the Chattanooga Mocs. They've got 5 guys with 3 fouls. Now Cusano with 4 fouls. So, again, they're going to have to figure out a piecemeal this thing together to be able to stay in this ball game, but they got to figure that out sooner than later.
Jones on the miss on the free throw. Friesen to Mulholland. He'll try a 3, and that misses everything. And he'll hear it. The one thing about this building, when you get a little further along in the season and you get the student section rocking again.
Yeah. This place can get loud. I mean, it got loud here on Tuesday night, but if you get some momentum in here, you start to fill this thing up. And obviously it doesn't help on a Saturday night when you've got the Golden Knights playing as well and the football teams on the road and the success they've had as of late. But you can try to get some more momentum.
Big finish for Benarbi. 60-46. Yeah, the student section and the band, that's a big part of the atmosphere here at the Thomas & Mack Center. Gives the team a home court advantage. And Mulholland, oh, he ran over Fleming, but it was in the restricted area arc, so it's called a block rather than a charge.
That's a tough call there. I know, obviously, Howie, he was trying to take that one in the chest. And you almost need to give a little resistance that first time, take that first bump, but on the second one, take that fall.
How do I handle watching so much sports in a day or 2 days? It's I honestly really watch what I want to watch, you know. So like I enjoy watching football, you know, and like I can watch that often. And then if I want to switch to basketball, I can switch to basketball, you know. It just be certain sports. In certain sports, you got to just take in moderation.
Won 68 games over his first 3 seasons, which is a school record at Chattanooga. They were the first unseeded NIT team to win since the format moved back to 32 teams. They ended up winning 17 of the final 18 games of the season. And he was at VMI before coming to Chattanooga. So very familiar with the SoCon, the Southern Conference. And Dan Earl has done a really good job getting Chattanooga to become the preseason favorites here in 25-26.
Yeah, and obviously his record in alone those first 3 years speaks a lot for itself. For what he's been able to do and then take them to the NIT championship last year. He's got things going in the right direction down in Chattanooga.
So Latif Juve called for the foul. That'll be his 4th. Now, he held his arms up like, oh, I didn't touch him, but his feet were moving.
It wasn't me, it was him.
It'd be understandable if you had your feet planted, but he was backpedaling. So.
There's a couple different factors that have to be taken into consideration there. Yeah, your hands were up and back, but your feet were moving. You got to be in that legal guarding position.
Benarbi in and out on the first. And I got a feeling that's something they're going to be working on in practice tomorrow. Free throws, not where they want them to be right now. As a team, they are 16 out of 21. 16 out of 22. And the ball goes out of bounds. It'll go back to Chattanooga. Waiting for a substitute as Parker Robinson comes in And heading to the bench for Chattanooga, Billy Smith, who just knocked that ball out of, or looked like he knocked it out of bounds. It hit a Rebel.
It's off Howie's fingers there, it looks like.
Yeah, that did.
Washington was very close. So they'll take a full timeout here with 13:44 to go.
Yeah, man. It really does.
Right here.
It really does.
Let's see if Washington got it. Oh, pretty close. They'll take a peek at it right now. And Brian McNutt, along with it's actually Juan Corral and Earl Bolton are looking at the video. We'll take a timeout. We'll tell you who has the ball when we come back to the Thomas and Mack.
Old Trapper Beefs. Tough snacks.
Out here, nothing comes easy. That's why you gotta be tough. The truck, it's tough. My crew, definitely tough. But Old Trapper taught me the value of tenderness.
Old Trapper, what's your beef?
Oh, it's a puppy.
Old Trapper Beefs. Last bag.
You know there's plenty for both of you.
Old Trapper, what's your beef?
Get your tickets now. One shot to make history. One team will rise to the top of the Mountain West. The Women's Volleyball Championship in fabulous Las Vegas. Join us for nonstop excitement in the City of Lights and experience every championship moment. Tickets are on sale now at bmw.com/bbtickets.
Oh, hell no. Hell no.
60 to 48, 13:44 to go. And we just got some word from one of the officials, Brian McNutt, telling Curtis something. I didn't hear it. What did he tell you?
So the official said Kamani had his jersey ripped. So now he's wearing number 44.
So Hamilton wearing 44, not 2. Rebels with the basketball. Fleming, left-hand dribble. He brings it back out, 10 on the timer. Bounce pass to Jones. That's taken away by Darner. And that'll go back to UNLV. Darner might have stepped on the sideline.
Of course we are.
Now the Rebels got to be aware there's only 5 left on.
Bro, I would love to have a manga on our team.
In front of their own bench.
He's solid.
So Tate Darner with the ball. His dad is the head coach at Tampa University, Division II school, formerly at Green Bay at Florida Southern. So coach's kid from Lakeland, Florida. On Interstate 4. Now a shot at the buzzer. Cunningham did not hit the rim. Robinson in transition. Washington bounce pass, low block, goes to Richards. Kicks it back out front. Friesen. Now Richards. Entry pass taken away. Benarby. He gets it back to Fleming, and the Rebels trying to set something up offensively now. Cunningham wide open. Takes a 3. Hits the 3.
He was way off on that last attempt at the end of the shot clock. But with some time here, able to knock down that 3. Now puts him up to 14 points, leading the Rebels in scoring.
Kai Richards over Teddy Washington. Washington up and under. One-hand runner is good. 13-point lead now, 63-50. Running Rebels on top with the basketball.
You talk about playing with some patience there. Teddy Washington able to get in the lane, take that slow stride step, and let the defender fly by and finish.
Boy, nice and easy for Howie Fleming Jr. He had loads of room to the basket. 65-50. Three-point try, Darner. That's well short, and Robinson there to pick up the loose ball. Fresh possession for the Mocs, and a whistle away from the ball. A foul called on UNLV here. It looks like it's going to be on Bernardi. Jacob Bernardi with his third personal foul. Team foul situation, 8 for Chattanooga, 5 for UNLV. Green defending the inbound. Pass goes to the far side. Three-point try is good, and the make by Brennan Watkins. And a return three for Nas Cunningham.
I think Nas Cunningham says anything you can do, I can do better, and knocks down his second three-pointer in a row.
I like the pace of that offensive possession. But blink of an eye. Steal, ball knocked out of bounds as Tyron Jones knocked it out of play. That'll bring us to a timeout. 11:33 remaining in the second half. Running Rebels 67, Chattanooga 53.
Let's see. String cheese. Ooh, soda.
Surprise! You have a brother.
Hi. Whoa. Why didn't you tell me before?
Well, we just got him.
For opening a new account at America First Credit Union.
Which, surprise number 2, you're moving out and living at America First.
Huh?
Get your money working. For a limited time, new members get a cash bonus when they open a checking account.
In the heart of downtown Las Vegas, a sports oasis awaits. Stadium Swim, the ultimate outdoor amphitheater, built for the ultimate sports fan. With a colossal screen that brings the game closer than ever. Reserve a daybed, private cabana, or lounge in the center of it all. 6 pools to dive into as the game heats up. And the best part, there's never an off season. Open 365 days a year. Stadium Swim, it's always spectator season.
Credit Union One offers everything you need to get the most out of your accounts every day. With digital banking, you can pay bills online, set up personalized budgeting tools, easily transfer money between accounts, and more. Plus, you can get paid up to 2 days sooner when you set up direct deposit. Get started at cu1.com.
Old Trapper beefs.
We're 18, so we have 15 moves. I'll be blessing.
I love how tender it is. Don't
1
forget the
1
wood
2
smoke
1
flavor.
3 1
Quality ingredients. I'm their biggest fan.
4 1
Old Trapper,
4
what's
20
your beef?
5 1 6 1 7
Back
loss.
in Las Vegas, along with Curtis Terry, Tim Everett. Glad you're tuned in tonight, no matter where you are, on the Silver State Sports and Entertainment Network or the Mountain West Network.
16.
One of the greatest cities in the world, Las Vegas, Nevada. Running Rebels with the lead here as we continue in the second half. And let's check in with Wyatt Tomczyk.
You know, listening to Coach Pastor yesterday in the media availability, he talked about how November, expect it to be rocky, expect some bumps there, choppiness, but also you want to see every time they get on the floor, we have to improve. People have to see that improvement. The city has to see that improvement. And really, their North Star going into the Mountain West and Mountain West tournament, that is their goal, to be playing at their best when it matters the most.
Yeah, like he told you at halftime, too. I mean, it's getting better each half, getting better each time out. And, you know, get a couple of injured players back. And, you know, if you're playing well, you really want to be playing well in the month of March. That's the time. That's the time everybody makes their money, right?
Yeah, it sounds kind of cliche in terms of 1% better each day or every time on the practice floor, each game. But really, that's what you want to be doing. If you're playing your best basketball in November, that's not a good sign because you're probably going to taper off. You want to gradually build up. And by the time you hit end of February, March conference tournament, that's when you'll be playing your best basketball as a team.
Dre gives Lawhorn with the ball, gets a screen from Bernardi. Down on the baseline right. Back up top, now is Cunningham. Cunningham with a left-hand drive. Spins around, jump shot, in and out, but he's fouled. And Cunningham will be going back to the free throw line. Fouled by Parker Robinson. It's his third personal. Hometown kid from Chattanooga, McCallie High School.
Now, we got to talk about the efficiency of Nas Cunningham. I mean, he comes off the bench, 16 points, 5 of 6 from the field, 1 of 2 for 3, 5 of 8 from the free throw line. It's no secret that this kid has the ability offensively to put the ball in the basket, and he's showing it today. And it's just so effortless, whether it's from the three-point line, catch and shoot, knocking down shots, or like we talked about in that first half, just slowly, gradually backing the defender down and then finishing and getting to the rim. He really has the offensive skill set. Now he's going to make sure he has that motor to turn it up every night out on the floor.
Shot good. 68-53. 15-point lead. Update from Fort Collins, Colorado. The football team for UNLV now leads Colorado State 14-10. Jet Thomas has scored a touchdown for the Rebels. That's out of bounds. And that'll go back to UNLV. Cunningham will inbound to Gibbs Lawhorn. Cunningham drops it to the high post to Bernardi. Tried to thread the needle, but he got caught up on a bunch of legs and was kicked out of bounds.
There's the right idea there by JB, but I think that's a tough one to try to thread the needle. And if you're going to throw a bounce pass, it can't be down at the ankles. There's no way Nas will be able to catch that, especially through traffic.
Quickly on the inbound, double team, and now Bernardi with a hammer. Oh, what a powerful jam for Jacob Bernardi, and the largest lead for the running Rebels now at 17 points.
And again, we're getting great contributions. JB with 10 points, but what stands out most of those 27 points combined by him and Nas Cunningham to lead the bench.
Friesen draws the foul, and that's going to be the 4th on Gibbs Lawhorn. Now, he got in foul trouble last game also.
Yeah.
And so, foul trouble here with 10:15 to go.
And obviously, it's a little different here tonight in terms of his foul trouble. He had those 4 fouls a lot earlier in that game on Tuesday. But again, collectively as a team, he's not bringing it as much as he was offensively. But you've got Howie Fleming stepping up and obviously Nas Cunningham as well.
Fleming checking back in as Gibbs Lawhorn has to go to the bench. 70-54. Jordan Friesen out of Memphis, Tennessee. Hits the free throw. 70-55, lead back to 15. A little bit of three-quarter court pressure put on by Chattanooga. Nas Cunningham launches. Rebound Washington. He can sky. Don't you love seeing the guards get those long rebounds?
I mean, as a guard, when I was playing point guard for Coach Lon Kruger, I mean, that was the best time to go pick up some free rebounds. The offensive point guard is typically going to be responsible for getting back court and slowing down any transition opportunities. So you can just watch the flight of the ball, go down there and pick up some free ones.
And a shot from the near side corner for 3, no good. Rebound Fleming. I remember you playing guard. I saw a lot of your games.
Yeah. Well, it's funny now, sitting here on this side of it with you.
Right from this seat.
I usually was on the other side of the table talking to you.
The shot a little bit short from Tyron Jones. And Friesen underneath. Blocked! Jones got him. Rebels running. Lob. Cunningham. And the spot he couldn't put it down. He'll pull out. 3! Oh, and Nas Cunningham. What a game. 73-55 as the Rebels have built an 18-point lead with 9 minutes to go. 30-second timeout has been called, but how about the play by Nas Cunningham? He's got 20 points and is the game's high scorer.
Yeah, and you talk about a coming out party in the second game. He's clearly found a way to be able to put that ball in the basket efficiently, and it started right from the start. When as soon as he stepped on the floor, coming off that bench, getting into the basket, backing down the defender, getting the free throw line. When we talked about that play when Watkins over-closed out on him, he drives the baseline and finishes at the rim. But so far in the second half, knocking down 3 threes for Nas Cunningham, showing that full offensive arsenal, which is a reason why he was that #1 player in the country coming out of high school from New Jersey.
quick chat on the bench, and at this point in time, you look 9 minutes to go. And for Josh Pastner's team, again, as you mentioned, sounds a little cliche, but it makes sense. It's just the second game that counts in his tenure here, but they have been getting better and better each half.
Yeah, and I mean, and obviously you want your team to come out, you want to win every game. But realistically, we talked about Laje Dembele, the first time he got on the floor consistently with his teammates was on Tuesday night. Tyron Jones before that was on a minutes restriction. They still don't have Miles Shea. They still don't have Emmanuel Stevens. You still don't have Isaac Williamson. So in terms of, or Mason Abitan for that, I mean, the freshman from locally here in Las Vegas. So when you don't have your full roster, you're just hoping and praying that you get that opportunity. But now they're piecing this thing together. But this is going to give everybody else an opportunity to kind of show what they can do and get that confidence. So when they are full strength, it's going to be a completely different team, and hopefully that's when they'll be starting to play their best basketball as they move into the season.
One of the guys I'm really interested in seeing is Emmanuel Stevens, the 7-foot sophomore transfer from Arizona.
Yeah, I hope, man. I hope we win tonight too.
And not even offensively, just put a 7-footer out there that can protect the rim. That's
I love beating the Suns.
It just leaves you salivating on what can be.
Cunningham in and out. Rebound, good. And scoring the bucket, Kamani Hamilton. And he'll go to the line for a possible three-point play. And Billy Smith, the fourth foul. Well, let's see. They said it was before the shot. So he'll have 1-on-1 here. No, I was right the first time. I saw one of the officials say 1-1.
Well, they counted that one.
Well, they counted it, so it is a three-point play. 76-55.
And after that, now the Rebels now have 4 guys in double figures. And just in terms of what that can bring to your team after on Tuesday night, we had Drake Gibbs Lawhorn who finished the game with 18. And he was the lone bright spot, but now you've got 4 guys contributing offensively. Take some of that pressure off him. Makes life easier all around.
Under 8 minutes to go. Latif Diouf with the basket at the other end for Chattanooga. Arbit hands off. Cunningham pull-up pop from 16 is good. 22 points for Naz Cunningham.
Just so effortless for Naz. I mean, you talk about guys that make it look easy. And again, the pace that he plays with, he doesn't get sped up, gets to his point, that pull-up dribble from about 15 feet for that jump shot. Poetry in motion.
Timeout on the floor, 7:42 left. And Naz Cunningham leading the way for the Running Rebels.
#1 proven electrolyte blend, designed to hydrate better than water. Made to rehydrate, replenish, and refuel, so you can lose more sweat and earn a place in history. Gatorade. Is it in you?
Credit Union One Free Checking has everything you need to bank on the go. Make deposits and more with our highly rated mobile app. And get your direct deposit up to 2 days sooner with CU1 Early Pay. Open your account in minutes at creditunion1.org.
Hello, Las Vegas. Tony Smith here, General Manager at Findlay Kia. The 2025 Kia K4 is a stylish sedan under $30,000 with impressive features, like an available turbocharged engine, advanced driver's assistance systems, and wireless phone charger. Come see our great in-stock selection and take advantage of low 2.9% APR financing for 48 months. Findlay Kia, this is Kia Central on Sahara, just west of Decatur.
Old Trapper Beefs. One-upping.
I'm a big Old Trapper fan. Not bigger than me. I love Old Trapper. I love how tender it is. Don't forget the wood smoke flavor. What about the clear bag? That shows you exactly what you're getting. Savory beef. Quality ingredients. I'm their biggest fan. I'm their
Old Trapper. What's your beef?
Will you sign my bag?
I believe Harden's playing.
The Rebels up by 21, 78-57. We welcome you back to Las Vegas inside the
Who you think will get the upper league?
Check in once again with Wyatt Tomczyk.
What you mean?
Coach Pastner talking yesterday about Tyron Jones, the freshman from Las Vegas, Nevada, who missed a ton of time with an injury in the summer and fall, lost out on the development. But Coach Pastner was very high that they think that he's going to be a key contributor by Mountain West play.
UNLV's already they're winning. They're winning big. They're about like almost 20.
Those mistakes. Curtis, how important is that to hear that from a coach? Be like, hey, I'm allowing you to kind of learn and grow there, trial by fire.
Yeah, especially for a freshman. And you talk about him not having had the full preseason or the full fall practice with the team because of the separated shoulder, and for him to be able to get back out there on the court and not to have the pressure on him to have to come out and perform at the highest level every night out. It allows him to get that 1% better. And if they can get him to where he needs to be by the time they get to Mountain West Conference play, you better really watch out for this team, because talk about skill set and size at 6'9", and what he can do running like a gazelle, that just leaves you to wonder what this team really could be.
Contact underneath. And if you didn't hear it before, and you're saying, who's number 44 out there? Well, that is Kamani Hamilton. Just a little bit ago, they had to change his jersey because his original jersey, number 2, had a rip in it. And he's got the ball right now. Hamilton goes up and over, but it's tipped out of bounds after the miss, and the Rebels will maintain control with 20 seconds left on the shot clock. Fleming will inbound. And the Rebels will take on Montana Tuesday night. Hope to see you here at the Thomas & Mack Center. They'll play game number 3 in the season. Montana from the Big Sky.
It's going to be kind of a homecoming of sorts as well. Former runner Rebel Brooklyn Hicks is now at Montana, so he'll be able to come back to Vegas and play in the Thomas & Mack on the opposing team. So I'm sure he's had this one circled on his calendar for a while.
So Sean Casano fouls out with 7:23 left. Trying to plead his case, but you only get 5. So he is going to have to sit. And coming back in to replace him is Jakari Johnson. Johnson with 3 fouls of his own coming off the Mocs bench. Well, Kamani Hamilton, 12 points in the game, 7 rebounds for him. He's now 3 for 5 at the stripe.
10 missed free throws for the boys tonight. 21 of 31, 67%. That's one area that they can continue to try to clean up.
And that one's good. You know, even though when you were playing for the Roman Rebels, Curtis, you had, guys that were new each year, not a whole new roster, but it's still, even with guys you were familiar with, how long did it take you in the regular season to feel like, all right, we're starting to come together? I mean, it doesn't happen from day one.
No, it doesn't. But that's why you kind of got that trial by fire. And when you go through that preseason and the conditioning and you spend those long days in the gym and your 2-a-day practices in September and October, as you build this thing forward, you really kind of learn how you want to play as a team. And every year is different. You might have the same kind of base offense, but you got to figure out who's the shooter now, who's going to be that hustle guy. And you got to find your roles and know your roles, but then buy into your roles. And so I think that's the biggest part of it, but that takes time. And so if you can continue to win games that you're supposed to win and maybe steal a couple as you move through non-conference, again, you want to be playing your best basketball by the time you get to conference play, because really that's a one-horse race as you're trying to get that automatic bid.
A strong move by Laji Dembele, and this ball is going to be Rebel basketball. Chattanooga turns it over. 81-60. And matching the largest lead of 21. Under 6.5
I do.
to go in regulation. Zone look here for Chattanooga. Oz Cunningham, leading scorer in the game with 22. Lobs hit for Hamilton. Oh, the alley-oop. And Cunningham down at the other end. May have been a foul whistle as well. And wow, watch that.
That's a great find. And again, that coach said the biggest thing with Kamani is he's got to be on the floor. I mean, I don't care how good you are. If you're Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, LeBron James, it doesn't matter. If you're on the bench, you're not helping the team at all. And so for Kamani to not be in foul trouble, he can have an impact, because even if he's not scoring, he's going to draw attention. He's going to draw eyes. So if they do forget about him at some point, that's when he can sneak behind the defense and catch that lob like he just did.
Billy Smith checks back in for Chattanooga. And at the line, Teddy Washington Jr. Washington, 13 points. He'll add to that. So here's Fleming. Dembele back to Fleming on the dribble handoff. And a steal by Smith. Smith back for Washington. Washington pulls up, hits. That'll be 16 for Washington now. Well, Washington getting some points late in the game, making it 83-64. Dembele trying to get away from him. Now here's Hamilton down the lane. Another dunk attempt. This one no good. Pretty high percentage shot, but it didn't fall.
Yeah, and I like the aggressiveness there, even though most guys would try to lay that one up. Even though he came up a little short, that just sets a tone, because next time I guarantee the defender's going to think twice before jumping.
Fleming brings it back the other way, and the Rebels can take some time off the clock. A little over 5 minutes to go. 83-64. Fleming behind the back pass. Dembele, three, no. Al Green on the rebound. He'll lay it up there. And Hamilton on the rebound has it knocked away. Backboard might have caught part of it. And now he's fouled before the shot. Foul committed on the floor.
Oh, boy.
Well, it's obvious that the rim is in his neighborhood. He's all around the neighborhood.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he missed the dunk to time possession before. Al throws him the alley-oop. He bobbles that one, but it looked like he was going to go try to dunk it again. But the bottom of the backboard blocker. But again, he stays with it. He's so tenacious offensively around the rim. Going to make sure he gets his money's worth.
5 for 7 from the line now. As Hamilton has 16 points. Checking back in, Mekhi Richards for Chattanooga. Second shot is good. He used most of the rim to get it. 17 now for Hamilton. He is second on the floor in scoring behind Cunningham's 22. Washington trying to dribble around Bernardi. A little pull-up. Hit the back rim, no good. Bernardi the rebound, handoff to Gibbs Lawhorn. He's in the game with 4 fouls. He'll go to the basket. Right hand lay-in is good. 11 points. He's into double figures.
And again, what Drake Gibbs Lawhorn can do in the open floor. If you allow get a defensive rebound, find him starting that transition break. And I don't think there's many guys that are going to be able to backpedal and keep up with him if he's putting that pressure on him.
3 ball, Washington. No good, and there's Barnaby with another rebound. Well, Barnaby with 3 boards in the game. Cunningham kicks it off to Green. Lob inside. Hamilton fouled. Mekhi Richards got him on the way up. So Hamilton back to the free throw line with just over 4 minutes to go. You want a football update? Let's give it to you. 21-10 Rebels with 1:50 to go in the first half, leading Colorado State and Fort Collins tonight. UNLV going for their 7th win of the season. Here comes Walter Brown back in for UNLV. And this might be an opportunity for Josh Pastner to get another player or two in. And Hamilton knocks that one down. Coming back in is Tyron Jones, who Wyatt was talking about just a little while ago. 89-64. Rebels up by 25. Under 4 to play. Bakari Johnson out of Friesen. Now there's Washington high off the glass and good. I think you've got to be impressed with Teddy Washington Jr.
Yeah. I mean, what he does, I mean, he had a 14-point-a-game score last year. But for him as all Ohio Valley first-team member, newcomer of the year as well, he's clearly can play at a high level. And it's almost unfortunate that they played last night at St. Mary's, because you don't see this team, I mean, with a couple days rest ready to come out here, because they clearly have some success under Coach Earl, and Teddy Washington is leading the way for them this year and tonight.
And Gibbs Lawhorn with the shot clock waning hits for 2. And Washington the other way. Nas Cunningham the rebound. And he's got 22 points, but just 3 rebounds. He hasn't been around the glass all that much. He's more but on the outside. Throws that one up. Bernardi the rebound, gives it off to Cunningham. Now Jones with a 2-handed flush. And Chattanooga wants a timeout. It'll be a full timeout. 2:53 left. 93-66. The Rebels are running tonight.
Accidents happen, and when they do, the consequences can be devastating. Medical bills, lost wages, pain and suffering. It adds up fast.
Our 20 attorneys and over 200 in-house staff members have over 1,000 five-star reviews.
I'm a former federal prosecutor, and today I help my clients get justice against insurance companies.
Get the most with West Coast.
Call us today for a free consultation with one of our lawyers.
Call 702-222-WCTL or visit westcoasttriallawyers.com.
The power of we is all for one. It's all for you. It's always there for you. It completes your circle. It says you've got a team even when you're out there alone. And with Intermountain Health in your circle, you'll always have the care you need to live the healthiest life possible. That's the power of we. Intermountain Health.
With the Mountain West app, it's your game, your way. Designed for superfans like you, so that you'll never miss a play. We've got you covered with free access to thousands of Mountain West games, from your phone to the big screen. Stream live games, watch highlights, and unlock exclusive content anytime. Download the app today.
Back here in Las Vegas, inside the Thomas and Mack Center on the Jerry and Lois Tarkanian Court. This one getting ready to wrap up. 2:53 remaining in. And Wyatt Tomchek, you'll be calling the Lady Rebel game tomorrow against DePaul.
Yeah, big game against DePaul. A
Number
return
6
of
for
home
UNLV.
UNLV dominated the Blue Demons last season. UNLV with a big win to start out the season against Washington State. The Lady Rebels projected to finish first in the Mountain West. They've won 4 straight regular season championships. So I got another ring. I'm now tied with Tim there for World Series rings. I'm still probably far behind in overall rings, but I tell you what, if you guys have an opportunity, come on down to the pavilion. I love to say it, the Lady Rebels are the best show in Vegas. These ladies work hard. Lindy LaRocque has this program going in the right direction.
How many you got?
I got 4.
Yeah, we are tied.
Yeah, we're tied. But
Yeah.
you probably have like 500 more other championship rings for other sports. So I'm also trying to catch up with Curtis too.
I've only got 2. Those ones, I'll cherish those ones forever. Those 2 Mountain West Conference Tournament championships.
Mine are in a safe. You can't even wear them.
Oh, yeah.
Well, but Arby with the rebound. And here's Naz Cunningham. Walter Brown. In and out of the ball game here tonight. So Arby in the high post right side. Cunningham steps back. 3. Got it. Cunningham with 25.
This kid's got it going tonight. I mean, there's nothing else to say about it. And again, it's just so effortless. Plays at such a controlled pace. Knows how to get to his spots. And has the confidence to be able to finish and knock down shots.
The one thing I wanted to get your response on, I didn't get a chance to talk to you last game, but the rededication of the court.
Yeah.
Jerry and Lois, putting Lois's name on the court, that was very important.
Yeah, I mean, I was on the court playing when they first dedicated to Coach Tarkanian 20 years ago. And for them to be able to do that again.
I appreciate you being here, man.
Coach Tarkanian.
It really, really means a lot.
For her as the matriarch of the Running Rebel program and what she did, not just for Coach Tarkin, for the program. For the
I really appreciate the support.
In Las Vegas,
you know,
Las Vegas, and for the
sometimes I wish we had more people in here, but I'm very, very thankful for everyone who comes and enjoys the streams, even if it's something that they're not used to watching.
And into the game, Jalen Cunningham from Las Vegas, Coronado High School, wearing 13 for the Rebels, getting some minutes here late in the game. And a whistle. Wanted to mention a couple other impact people that, you know, never, ever should be forgotten. people like Tim Gergerich and Mark Workentine, and people that really got this going. And a guy who was sort of directing the athletic department at the time, Brad Rothermel. People like that who are such a big part of this UNLV Ron Rebel basketball program when it was really taking off and in its heyday, going to the Final Four. Great players, from the Hardway 8. And it's got such a great history here.
Yeah, I mean, there's so much tradition, and it takes a village, right? And it's not just what they've done just as of late with football. It's not what we did under Coach Kruger with basketball. But we all weren't able to have that opportunity unless it started at the beginning in 1957 when the school was established. And across the board from there, you walk into Thomas and Mack, you see all the banners, and that's what you want to strive to achieve in terms of that greatness. And what you said about Coach Workentine, as well as Coach Gergerich, and they both had mass success at the college level, at the NBA level. And Coach Gerg is still out there making an impact as well with the Dallas Mavericks and the consulting he does. And so, again, there's a lot of rich tradition, not just with UNLV basketball, but UNLV athletics, and it's continue to grow.
Tyron Jones at the line. This will be a possible three-point play. Rebels looking to get to 100.
Yeah, same.
98-69.
Same, man.
And that's good. It's 99. 99-69. 30-point lead for the Runnin' Rebels. Time winding down on this one. Step back jumper. Robinson no good. Rebound taken by Richards. In the corner, this is a miss, and Jones comes out with it. Al Green cut off. Needs help. Oh, he finds Brown for a one-handed jam. Walter Brown with a two-point dunk that puts the Rebels over the century mark. And the Rebels get it. Another Brown block. They can dribble it out. First win in the Josh Pastner era. 101-69.
Yeah, no, same. I still need anime too. All right, y'all. Running Rebels running Chattanooga out of the arena with a 101-69 victory.
But again, for this team to bounce back the way they did in terms of Tuesday night having a 10-point lead, letting that game go, having all those turnovers and kind of shooting themselves in the foot, then to be able to respond how they did tonight with that halftime advantage.
Yeah, really big win. They needed that one.
To put up 100 points in regulation, that says something. And again, first win for Coach Pastner as a Runnin' Rebel. Let's time to keep this thing rolling.
So UNLV with a win tonight, sending the locals home happy. And we're waiting for Coach to come by and join us here momentarily. And here comes Coach Pastner right now. And again, 101-69 as...
Yeah, it's two 20-minute periods as opposed to the NBA, which is 4 12-minute quarters.
I'm sure, but you got to be feeling good about this effort tonight. Up and down the floor, first half, second half, very good.
Yeah, look.
But women's basketball,
after shoot around today,
women's basketball is women's college basketball is 4 quarters.
And it's a long season. Nothing's going to happen by the snap of the fingertips. And our whole thing is we've got to improve every time we step on the floor. And I told that to our staff and to our players. Look, there's going to be ups and downs as part of the season. Our whole thing is every time we step on the floor, we've got to improve. We've got to get better as a team. That's been a staple of all my years with my teams. We've always gotten better, and that's got to continue here. So I thought we took a step in the right direction of getting better. And then the next time out, we got to continue to get better. That doesn't guarantee wins or losses on either direction. It's just as you guys, basketball guys, the fans, us as a staff, they want to see their team get better every time we step on the floor.
Well, Naz Cunningham, 25 points tonight. Hamilton stayed in the game, which was important. Boy, was he an impact player.
Well, look, last game, and I told him this, first Washington exhibition game, he played 12 minutes because of foul trouble, Lincoln foul trouble, and then last game, we probably win the game by double digits if he could have played 30 minutes. He can't be playing 14 minutes a game. He's too good of a player. And I told him, from now on, you pick up your first foul, your butt's on the bench. And then you get your second foul, your butt's on the bench. I said it's all about defensive discipline. He's extremely talented, but he's got to be disciplined at everything that he does. You can't be loosey-goosey and get all, you just got to be like a business-like approach defensively, because when he is, he's a difference maker on both ends of the floor. But it's a business type of mentality that he's got to have every single possession. And I felt he had that for the most part today, and he stays on the floor and he changes our team.
And, Coach, obviously, Tuesday night, 22 turnovers. That was kind of the eyesore that stuck out. Tonight, only 8 turnovers. You guys are putting this thing together by committee in terms of point guard. How important was it for you guys to be able to have low turnovers, but also what was the message to the team this past week?
Well, Curtis, you've been at our practice. We don't turn it over. We got the balloons that the Scarlet team and the Gray team get 5 turnovers for practice. If you hit any of those balloons past 5, you have to run.
Yes, we will, bro. We definitely will.
We barely turned over at Washington. We didn't turn it over at Lincoln.
Right.
That was uncharacteristic of us. Now, what I will say, it's very hard to play without a true point guard.
Right.
And so you're trying to learn on the fly. And going into that game, we were planning Miles Shea to be the starting point guard. And then Sunday night, 36 hours before we were playing, he re-injured his foot. So I think that was a little bit of trying to sort things back and forth. But that is something that is a staple that we don't turn it over. So I thought we were outstanding tonight of just taking care of the ball. That's a big deal for us. Playing off of 2 feet, keeping hitting singles, not trying to hit triples and home runs. Simple is powerful, and when we just take good care of the ball, good things happen for us because we got good firepower offensively.
Now you want to talk to the team. Congratulations on your first win as head coach of the Runnin' Rebels.
Well, I appreciate it. I hope there's many, many more, but the key for us is we get better the next time we step on the floor Tuesday night. I just want to see us continue to progress, and as we get to Mountain West play, we can see us that we can start playing it the way that we want to be at.
Good luck against Montana here Tuesday.
Thank you, guys.
All right, Josh Pastner, head coach of the Runnin' Rebels, Curtis. And we're going to step aside and say goodnight. 101-69, the final score here at the Thomas and Mack Center. What a night. What a night. Naz Cunningham leads the way with 25 points to lead the Runnin' Rebels. So be on the air Tuesday night, 7 o'clock, right here. Matt and Everett, Curtis Terry will have the game for you. 101-69 for Curtis Terry and Wyatt Tomczyk. I'm Tim Neverett. Good night.
With the Mountain West app.
Yep. All right, y'all. I want to say thank you so much once again for spending some time with me to watch some Mountain West basketball. The Running Rebels of UNLV running the Mocs of Chattanooga out of the gym. With a 101-69 victory. How is the Broncos with the best record? What do you mean? They're the only team that have 8 wins in the NFL. Next closest team has 7. So they have the best record right now. All right. So I want to say thank you so much. We're gonna call it here. Next time I'll be doing sports will be tomorrow. Got some more Brazilian soccer. And then we'll be playing some games throughout the week, and then we'll have some more sports as well. So I hope to see you all there. I appreciate y'all so much.